All right, family, we're in the house. This is the General Sara, Seti, and today we're going to be dealing with sacred terms for black people decoded in ancient literature. This is going to be a four-part series where we're going to break down some sacred terms that's very prevalent throughout much of the sacred literature in Africa, uh, the Hebrew, the Islamic, even the Hindu Kush, the Vedas. And so it's very important that we look into these terms because they are so heavily used in sacred literature. Uh, what's happening really is we're reading, but we're not understanding. And the reason why we are not understanding because we don't know the true meanings to these words. So we read but we don't get to the deeper meanings. We speak, but the words are mute because we lack the understanding of what they really mean. So today we will be unlocking the mysteries of the ancient world. Yeah, we will be unlocking and revealing black divinity. And throughout the world, we have been cast as a people of no history, and today we're going to prove that that's just absolutely not true. Make sure you get on while we're here. Make sure you get over to kingseti.com online marketplace, official DVDs, lectures by the General Sara Seti, t-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, and much, much more. Also, get over to Seti University of Ancient and Modern African Wisdom and Knowledge, the complete General Sara Seti website, hundreds of lectures and videos, too raw for YouTube, banned videos, Seti debates, Freemasonry, ancient civilization and mythology, and much, much more. Join today. And make sure you subscribe to both of my YouTube pages, actually 3 YouTube pages, General Seti YouTube page, Sara Seti YouTube page, because Seti Live is lit. Now, as we start to deal with ham, which has many derivatives such as cam, such as cham, even sam, it's stretched across the Kushite world, and it has the basic understanding of black, which we will prove today. Now, even chemistry, even Camelot has the African base, the root of blackness at the foundation. When you talk about Camelot and you talk about uh, uh, King Arthur and the 12 Knights, which ain't nothing, Knights of the Round Table, which is nothing but the solar mythos taken up out of ancient Egypt. Chemistry, chem, meaning black, coming out of the Kemetic vocabulary, meaning black. And so you see that, many of these ancient scriptures are revealing our black divinity, but we don't understand it. And so when we speak, we don't even speak the true meaning of what it actually means, only what we've been taught by many of our oppressors who are no more, just as ignorant as many of our own people are. And so when we talk about Ham and Kam, what will unlock to us is the origin of many great civilizations: Ethiopia, Kush, Egypt, Canaan, Babylon, which was founded by Nimrod, Sumer, Assyria, even Champa and the Khmer and of the South East Asia, which was also a stronghold of the Ethiopian Empire. We're going to talk about Hammurabi. We don't know, we don't understand that Hammurabi, who was the lawgiver of Mesopotamia. Abraham. You see, Abraham, Bethlehem, but which is actually Bethlehem, which I'm going to get off into the fact that the Hebrew, the Arabic, even the so-called Medunata does not have vowels. And so the vowels become interchangeable. You see, so it could be Bethlehem, it could be Bethlehem. Both of them speak to blackness, okay? And specifically Egypt, okay? It's specifically Egypt. So when you see the Ham and and Hammurabi, Abraham, Bethlehem. It's the occult understanding that the wisdom from those individuals and the sacredness from those individuals and cities stem from ancient Egypt. Okay, even Mohammed. People don't listen to that. Hammurabi, Hamilcar, Barker, who is the father of Hannibal, Alhambra, which is the cathedral of the Moors in Spain. So you see these personification of blackness all across the ancient world and even in the modern world, hidden in sacred scriptures that we do not understand. And so we see here, Ham is also, has the meaning, as being the father of the African nations. And we're going to look at many definitions coming right out of Christian dictionaries, Hebrew dictionaries that explain this. But because we didn't have access to this literature, we didn't understand that. And so when you look at Ham, and this is coming right out of a biblical encyclopedia, it says Ham or Cham. And that's very, you got to understand, that's very significant. That just show you that it varies in spelling. It keeps the Ham or the Cham, or it could be it could be him, or it could be Kim. But it means burnt, it means swarthy, it means black. You see what I'm saying? And if you come down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seventh line, it says Ham, Cam, which is black, burnt, was the father of Cush, Mizraim, Punt, and Canaan. So right there, it reveals to us that Egypt was black. It says it is believed that he had Africa for his inheritance, Ham, and that he peopled it, but he dwelt in Egypt. So that right there reveals to us that the peoples of Egypt were black. And that Egypt, and the one thing that's very clear in the Bible, that Egypt is the brother of Cush, which in the Greek is Ethiopia, meaning burnt face. And we're going to get into that and into this, revealing, the black divinity all across the ancient world. Ham, he dwelt in Egypt, okay, burnt, swarthy, black, had Africa for his inheritance. Now, this is a white man giving us this information. And so if he has the information, what happens in Hollywood when they project the Egyptians to be white? Did they not understand? And see, this is the thing, because what has happened is that, most of the world act like the black community, the conscious community, the African-centered community is creating this of their own, psychotic, making. And, but they don't talk about all the Europeans that also know this information and write this information. It says it is believed that he had Africa for his inheritance and that he peopled it, but he dwelt in Egypt, okay? And so Egypt throughout the Bible was called the land of Ham, the land of blackness, okay? Of the black people. And so right here, this is the People's Bible Encyclopedia, the People's Publication Society. It was produced 1924. Now in here it says Cush, Mizraim, and Punt were the progenitors of the tribe that peopled Africa, and Canaan became the father of those that principally occupied Phoenicia and Palestine. Glasser has identified. See here, wait a minute, I didn't even pick it over. Let me push it over. Mizraim, Cush, Mizraim, and Punt were the progenitors of the tribe that peopled Africa, and Canaan became the father of those that principally occupied Phoenicia and Palestine. Glasser has identified the Cham. See, right here is spelled Cham. You see Cham or Kham. You see what I'm saying? It could be Cham because you're going to see that in India, you got the Champa, which is spelled C-H-A-M, and then you got Cam, which can be spelled K-H-A-M. See what I'm saying? But regardless of the pronunciation, both of them are personifications of blackness, which we gonna prove. And it says that the charm or harm of the biblical races lists the races with the Amu, worshippers of Am. You know what I'm saying? The name of Ham alone is the of the three sons of Noah, if our identification be correct, is known to have been given to a country. You see what I'm saying? So we have, now let's deal with one of the sons of Ham, Ethiopia, Cush. Now in the Hebrew it's Cush or Cush, okay? But in the Greek it's Ethiopia, country of burnt faces, lying to the south of Egypt, corresponding to what is now called the Sudan. You see, the country of the blacks. So it got to be understood that in the ancient world, it was Sudan that they referred to when they were speaking of Ethiopia. Okay, it's not the Ethiopia today, it was the Sudan. And even in that, the Sud, even in the Arabic, that also means black. So there's no running from the origin of these countries and these individuals. Okay, the name Cush, and it says in the that's the authorized version, AV, Ethiopia, is found in the Egyptian Kish, evidently applied to the same territory. In one passage in the description of the Garden of Eden, and here we go. Now they want to try to throw a curveball in there. And the Asiatic Kush or Ethiopia must be intended. So when it came to the Garden of Eden, they didn't want to say it was in Africa. And so they say, well, it must be an Asiatic Kush or Ethiopia that's intended. It don't make no goddamn difference, because Ethiopia still means burnt face. So goddamn it, whether it was in Africa, whether it was in Asia, it still wasn't no cracker. So I must stress that. In all other passages, the words Ethiopian and the Ethiopians, with one possible exception, the Arabians that were near the Ethiopians, 2 Chronicles 21:16, we may refer to Arabians opposite Ethiopia, may be safely considered to mean an African country and people or people.